We're going to go ahead and start. I'd like to welcome you to the December meeting of the Atlanta Radio Club for 2020. I hope to God that 2021 is way better than 2020's been as far as things we've had to deal with. But thank you for being here. We're going to keep this kind of social tonight. I wanted to welcome everybody. We have some new folks here. Diane's new, and we've got Dallas with us all the way from, is it Geelong or Geelong? How do you pronounce it? Geelong?
Sorry, a bit slow on the a bit slow on the unmute. Then Geelong,
Geelong,
sort
okay.
of Jill, Geelong.
Geelong, Australia. So
Yep.
we've had an ongoing relationship with the Geelong Radio Club as our sister club, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to work together and get some sort of whether it's through Zoom or something, we'll be able to participate in each other's meetings if nothing else. Obviously, time changes or difference in time zones is going to make that a little difficult for some of us, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. I think it's about 11 a.m. in Australia now. So some of us, I guess, if we try to do whenever they're doing their meetings, it's going to be rather late. So you never know. Whoever's up might be able to get on. It'll be fun. So we're going to, we asked people to, tonight we're going to hand out our Ham of the Year award for 2020. And, but first off, we're going to start. We asked people to send in pictures of your shacks, anything you might be working on. And we got several submissions for that. And if anybody afterwards has got anything that they want to share that they may be working on project wise, and we can put the share screen on and you can show us maybe what you're working on. But we'll go ahead and see if I can make this work. And Spectrum's been a little wishy-washy on the bandwidth here lately, so hopefully it holds up and nothing disappears on me here, but we'll give this a shot and see what happens. Does everybody see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
All right. I'm doing something right. All right. Well, let's sit back and relax and watch for a couple minutes. If it'll participate here. Okay, here we go.
This is that one. I wonder. Wow.
NORAD, I like that. Is that the Santa Claus hotline?
Yeah, the red phone.
It has to be David Shack. I love the way people have tidied up their shacks so nice with the photos.
And that's all you need for a shack sometimes, right? Echolink.
That was my first shack.
That's a nice radio.
That's HRO. It's a little blurry.
Oh, boy, I haven't seen the HRO shack in a long time.
That is a well put together go kit.
There's a lot of stuff in there. Oh, wow, classic shack.
Love the old school stuff.
Now, are the people who submitted this on here to take credit?
There's a few people here.
That's a nice layout. Whose shack is that?
That I don't know. I'd have to look that one up. Ooh, blurry. That must be Age Shack.
Not me.
That's his car in the background on the monitor. Another blurry one. What's that?
It looks like a Heil mic.
Yeah, it does look like a PR40, doesn't it?
Who knows what that one is?
Is that Freeside Atlanta?
Yeah, I robbed it off the internet.
No, it's good.
I thought they closed their doors. Are they still open?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're closed, Alan.
That's what I thought. Sad, but yep.
Another blurry one.
Okay. That's mine.
Nice. Nice.
It's a start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks great.
3
Start,
rigs, no
yeah.
waiting.
The start is the only place to begin.
Yeah.
That's a nice, is that a power supply or an amp?
It's a power supply. And that's my dad's old Icon 27A from about 40 years ago that's sitting on the right.
Still works, right?
Yeah.
Is that a rack mount?
Almost looks like a PC chassis. I guess it's a Go Kit rack.
Reminds me of something that KI4KGK Billy used to put together, like a little. He put together a frame on those
Yeah, he did.
little portable Yezus.
Oh, there it is. Command center.
Whose is that?
I recognize that one.
Chemist Museum of Microphones.
Yeah. That is mine, Aid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even I would have guessed that was yours, Jim. You and I share the same love of microphones.
Awesome.
I don't have your collection, but I still like them.
Just about all of them I got at Hamfest.
Yeah.
Just scrounging around. I have a few other odd ones, but they don't look as nice as those.
All right.
Some nice shacks.
Absolutely.
Some good ideas in there.
Yeah, there were some pretty ones and ones that cost a fortune and ones that don't cost a fortune. It was nice to see some ideas and an antenna or two in there and some Go kits. Thank y'all for sending those in. And do we have anybody that would like to share anything, any projects you're working on? I can put up the share screen and you can have at it. Nothing?
Sure. Yeah. So maybe first, just by way of introduction, I don't think I introduced myself earlier. My name is Max. I've been in Atlanta for 9 or 10 years, but I've been kind of inactive from ham radio for more like 15. So I haven't really been on the air. Project I'm working on right now, I'll just hold it up here, is this multi-band fan dipole that I'm about to hang up in my attic later tonight. So that's what I've been working on.
Cool.
What bands is that for?
40 if I'm lucky, and I don't have a very big attic, but I can get 20, 10, and 6 up there.
That's awesome. I did a similar thing when I was living in a condo, and hey, you know what? It's not perfect, but it gets you out in the air and you can still work a lot of stations. I probably worked 70 or 80 different countries
Really?
just from an antenna like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard it'll work better than you think it would looking at it, but I guess we'll find out.
Any others? All right.
Most of the stuff I've been working on has been like non-ham stuff. Like I redid my audio center with a new surround sound amp to upgrade that. So that and a lot of putter, clean up. It was funny. I took that picture yesterday, and after I sent it to you, John, I posted it up in a few places. And the biggest thing that everybody was asking me is, why do I have paper towels in my shack?
Well, I did notice that.
Big roll of paper towels up there. And the answer is because I have cats and they like to walk over everything. So every other day I've got to clean up little black kitty footprints from the tops of all the desks.
Yeah, that was kind of the second thing my eyes went to, is that once I got past the shock and awe, I was overlooking at the paper towel roll going, what is that for?
About my shack though, because I've seen Mac McCormick's shack, and that boy has the Shack Mahal.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got four towers up, right?
I think you're right. I barely got one tower.
Anything else?
I'm going to say my shack is quite modest because I've got 2 of them. So they're both quite modest because they both serve the need. It's quite noisy where I am. So I have a good radio and some wires up, but out at my bush property, I have another shack, which I like going out there if I'm playing, decent DX competitions and that sort of stuff. So I go out there, and if you look at my page on QRZ, you'll see my shack and set up out in the sticks. So it's a much better shack than I've got at home, quite frankly. Can't find any photos of it, otherwise I'd put them up.
Well, it's nice to see you on, Dallas.
While
Sorry?
we got you, Dallas, what's the Geelong Radio Club up to these days? Anything in particular?
Well, probably a bit like you guys. We've been in hibernation because of COVID. So they're getting out a bit. I started a competition which has sort of fallen over, unfortunately, but trying to stir a bit more on-air activity. Our club seems to be really good at socialising and doing that sort of stuff, but not so much pushing the PTT. And that's probably a bit of a common theme, I would imagine. But I keep pushing the PTT whenever I get a chance. But I think they've got their first, I'm pretty sure they have got their first face-to-face meeting tonight after, I think the last one was in February. So I can't tell you, we've got our Christmas do coming up this month, but that's all I know about.
That's good.
Oh, and so I should just say too, VK3DJ is my call, and if anyone did want to look up QRZ, that's where I am. So just because I notice everyone else has got that up on their screen, but I use this for work as well, so they don't need to know VK3DJ. So yeah. So not a lot of activity down here really, and the conditions have been pretty crap up until about the last week or so. 40 metres has been okay, but 20's dead. Hardly heard the US other than 40 metres for ages, so yeah, not a lot happening.
What's the best band to work down under from the States if I wanted to be listening more? 20?
At the moment, 40.
Okay.
Normally 20. I've worked out of my car, the US, how many years ago? I'll probably say 10 years ago, I worked the US on a piece of wire out of my car on a squid pole, and 20 over 9 signals into Midland US. So it's not happening anymore. So 40 meters is working, but it's a bit sporadic. So just how conditions are. We're at the will of the sun, really.
Absolutely.
I listen on 7140 quite a lot, but the time differences make things difficult, Jim.
Oh yeah. I mean, unless I'm playing in the shack regularly, the only time I hear Australia or Japan, those kind of things, is typically either this time of day or just at any time during like a big contest.
Yeah.
Because the times just don't sync up.
Well, the Oceania contest that was on recently, 40 metres was the only band that was really firing. So I was out at my bush property doing that. So look, the beauty about out the bush property is I hear everybody. There's zero noise floor because we take our own power and we generate our own power out there. And I've got a big bank of batteries out there in the power shed, but I don't have enough capacity to run amps and things out there. So just because I can hear you doesn't mean you can hear me, which is the underlying problem. But during the Oceania, there was a lot of US coming through on 40, but other years we'd hear it on 20 and occasionally on 160, but none of that this year. So hey ho, that's how it is.
Dallas, DMR is a very popular mode up here these days. Is
Yep.
DMR popular in Australia?
I'm not sure, Aid. I'm pretty sure people do, but I'm just not interested in it. I'm a bit old school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't really answer that.
How about D-Star? Any
Been and gone.
been and gone? Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid not too many people like listening to the Daleks on D-Star. And I think there was another thing. Maybe we're different to you guys in that we don't like it when proprietary company has their property and won't share it. So if we can't build it or pirate it, we're not interested. Yeah, D-Star didn't last long. Probably got 2 or 3 years out of it here. It was gone. What's it like over there? It's still going?
Yeah, it's still going. I don't think it's very popular. Well, it's very popular with emergency management types, but other than that, I don't think it's as popular as it used to be.
No, okay. I've got friends with D-Star radios, and I think there's maybe half an inch of dust on them at the moment. So they're not active on D-Star.
Yeah, I haven't. Actually, I haven't been on D-Star in a couple of years.
That probably says it all, Aid.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody else got anything? Doesn't sound like it. All right. We've got a couple things coming up for next year. We're working on the calendar. There's the Winter Field Day we've talked about trying to put something together for at the end of January. If you're interested in helping with that, we're going to try to do an in-the-person park thing again like Bill did last month. We'll do a little, it's like summer field day just during the winter. So I've never done one before. I would assume it's run the same way. So we'll give that a try. We're going to put a calendar out as we get it finalized. We'll, of course, we've got the Georgia QSO party in, what is it, April, I believe. Yeah. We'll be doing hopefully something for that also in person out in the park during that particular Saturday. The Ham Fest right now is a go for June 2nd, I think. I don't have the date in front of me. It's the first Saturday in June. The park's still not available, but we're on the calendar if it is to open up here at some point. I don't know what to really say about that right now. We're going to work on a plan B just in case we can't do something as big as a Hamfest convention. We might try to do, hopefully by then, by the 1st of June, a lot of people would have had vaccines and other things, so things can open back up. Enough to worst case, maybe we can do a tailgate somewhere. Part of that, the problem is going to be is the facility. That's where one of our limiting factors is being able to have a place to do it. So we're working on plan B in case we can't do a full-blown Hamfest. The Orlando Hamfest has already been canceled for February. That was supposed to have been the division convention, and they've already canceled that for February. So
they're gonna do a virtual convention.
Yeah, they'll do something. They got rather interested in that August virtual Hamfest that was done. So they've been talking about doing something. So they just won't have the full-blown in-person thing that they've done. If you ever get a chance to go to Orlando for a Hamfest, that's a fun one to go to. It's a great vacation spot. So it was funny. I went for the first time in February of this year, I'm sorry. And I get down there and I'm in shorts and standing around. I'm looking at all the pictures back here in Atlanta, the snow on the ground. So, but it was a nice weekend, and the weather was great, and it's a great facility, kind of like what we had out at Jim Miller, the old building. So nice Hamfest. So if you ever have a chance, schedule and go down there in February for like 2022, I guess. But I don't have a whole lot more as far as activities at the moment. We're going to try to do something once a month in the park or something where we get out and throw the radios out and do like we did last month with Bill putting the radios out and just making contacts, just getting together. Maybe we'll have a lunch or something too. So we want to get the club, try to keep it as active as possible, out and about if we can, as long as COVID plays along and goes easy on us. So just keep an eye out on the newsletters. Hopefully we'll have a January newsletter with all the latest and greatest updates, and you can stay in tune with things with that. Hopefully we'll have a regular newsletter going forward for 2021. COVID really took a hit on this club, like a lot of clubs. So we've had to kind of get things restarted now that things have gotten better. So I appreciate your putting up with some of our problems that we've had. I know we're still having an issue with the D-Star repeater. Is Steven around? Can he give us an update on repeaters?
Yeah, I'm here. We deployed the preamp a couple weeks ago, and it did improve the coverage of the repeater, but now we're getting noise issues, especially during the net. So I don't know if there is another repeater in the Atlanta area that has a net during that time that we're picking up, or if it's just intermod. But my plan is to actually go up there during the net and plug into one of the ports on the combiner and see if I can find this noise on the spectrum analyzer, because if we know where it is, we can put a we can put a notch filter on it. So I'm working on it.
All right, Stephen, are you going to do that this Sunday? Because I'm net control and I can help manage expectations / testing if that works for you.
I was thinking about doing it this Sunday.
Okay.
Just
That's great.
depends on who's available.
But glad to help from a sitting in my shack on the radio perspective.
Yeah, it's been, it was pretty ragged the last couple of weeks. I'm wondering if, because it's only seems, people only seem to notice it during the net, which, as you say, it could be a result of timing and another repeater somewhere. But it also, that's the only time the 220 and 2 meter are linked.
I don't think it's that, because I've heard it happen other times when they're not linked.
Okay.
I've had trouble getting on that repeater, and I'm only about 8 miles from it. I was trying to check in on the net last night, the Southeast link repeaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear me at all. They could hear me key up a little bit, but that was about it.
Yeah, there's something that's desensitizing the repeater. So, I mean, we're just going to have to go up there with the spectrum analyzer, and several people have offered to help. Robert, KD4YDC, Ralph, N4NEQ, and Eric, N4ZTA. So we've got plenty of people that are going to be on this.
Okay. Eric was over here today.
Yeah, and bear with us because we,
Good guy.
for those of you who don't know, it's the antennas are at the top of the Bank of America Tower in downtown, and you literally have to go through a cavity search just to get up there. So they're real particular about so it's really difficult to get up there and easily fix things. So sometimes that's why it takes us a little bit of time to get up and get things fixed. So bear with us on that. Let us know when you hear, if you notice a problem, let us know so that, you can find Stephen's contact information, I believe, is on the website. You can email him and let him know if you hear or see something that needs attention. So I think we're still working on a problem with D-Star that's actually, I think that's on top of the Stone Mountain, if I believe.
Yeah, that's Stone Mountain.
So Rob Cutshaw is supposed to be working on that. So there's an issue with D-Star at the moment too that we're still working on. So Rob, do you have anything as far as activities? I know I kind of peeled in there on a bunch of things, but you're looking for program ideas for the coming year, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, if anybody's got any program, I've got a lot of program ideas, but it's more important to get ideas that other people want, especially a group of people want. So we're open to anything. The good thing about Zoom is we can, we have access to people, all over the planet, time zone permitting. So if you got any ideas for anybody that you want to hear, or any subject that you want to talk about, I'd still like to have something on antennas 101 or antennas 201. There were some other technical things. Someone suggested DMR. Someone, yeah, I've got a list of things. I don't put that on the net. Say, here's what people suggested, and then people can add to it. Because, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
Do we have a January program?
Not yet. Not yet.
All right. Any news on membership and finances, Aid?
Well, financially, we have a little over 18,000 in the bank. And we are, membership is growing slowly. We have 72 active members at this point. So we're getting a few.
Good. I don't really have anything else. We'll try to get done here so those that can want to can go over to the North Fulton presentation at 8. I guess the biggest thing left is anybody have any questions for the board or anything, any suggestions, any comments, complaints that you'd like to let us know about?
Ham of the Year award.
Yeah, we'll get that in just a second.
I have just a question for the group. If anybody would like to become a net op, send me a message at just do secretary at atlantaradioclub.org, and we'll be happy to set you up. When the repeaters are working, it's a lot of fun. So anyway.
All right. Before we do Ham of the Year, I'm going to go ahead and I've got your names here in the box, and I'm going to go ahead and draw for a $30 HRO gift certificate. I guess, Dallas, if you win, you might have to go through the mail on it. But
If I win, it's about a $50 voucher.
what's that?
If I win, it's about a $50 gift voucher.
That's
Because
true.
the exchange rate
All right.
being I think if I win, you can put put my name on the side and pick someone else out. I reckon probably
Gotcha.
a fair deal.
All right, so got a little box here. All right, our winner for tonight, $30 gift certificate is K8XZ. I guess that was Max, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, that's Max. All right, so good deal. Is your QRZ address correct? If I go on there, is your database?
Probably not, but let me just let me drop my email in the chat and
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll work. We'll get that over to you. Actually, what I can do is call HRO and have them loaded on your account there under your call sign, so you don't even have to worry about chasing the piece of paper down in the mail. But congratulations on that.
well, thank you.
And then on to final thing for the night. It's about 10 till 8, but we want to do this every year. We want to recognize people that are active in the club and do things that need recognizing. So we figured we would at least give out a Ham of the Year award again this year. It's a nice plaque that you'll be able to hang in your shack and be proud of and show off to whoever might come. But the person that we picked this year could probably win it any year. This person's always very active in the club and always willing to step in and help. And we're proud to be able to recognize this person, as all of y'all that make the club go around. So thank you for all of you that help. You know who you are. And but for this year, our Ham of the Year is going to go to, for 2021, is going to be,
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
ta-da, Jim Reed, N4 BFR.
Hey,
Jim has been with the club for a lot of years and done a lot of things. This past year, he was the in charge of the nominating committee, and he suckered a lot of us into, convinced a lot of us to run for office. And he's done a lot of other things with setting up things in the parks that we've done over the years. And so we figured that we're happy that he's here for us to award it to him, for one thing. So congratulations, Jim, and thank you for all that you do. And we hope we got you for several more years to come. And we know that you're going to continue to do great things for our club.
Well, thank you, John. I think you're all stuck with me for a while. It's a nice surprise. I greatly appreciate it, and I have a lot of fun doing stuff, and I don't mind helping out. I'm glad we're building back up. So thank you all for recognizing me. I really appreciate it.
Well, good job. Thank you very much. And thank you all for coming tonight and supporting the club. If you happen to be one that hasn't renewed your dues yet, we're always happy to take your money from you. So you can go on the website and there's a link there for you to pay your dues. That's always appreciated. It's what helps keeps our repeaters in good shape and gives us a few dollars to do some other things throughout the year. So remember us if you're doing any estate planning. Surely remember the club. Also, we're going to work on having some sort of way that you can remember the Atlanta Radio Club in your will also. But hopefully that's way down the line, and you'll be able to support the club in that way too if you'd like. So I'd like to thank Dallas for being with us tonight, all the way from Geelong, Australia, and hopefully we can get some things going to where we might be able to sit in on one of their club meetings, and the same with them. Maybe more of them could to attend back and forth. So that should be some fun. Any other comments, Dallas?
It's been my absolute pleasure, John, and good to see some faces again. Some I don't remember, but probably didn't see them 10 years ago. But I will talk to the president and see if we can do some sort of hookup, and I'll let Rob know through your page, and see what happens. See if we can get that happening.
Sounds
But
good.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks a lot. We enjoyed having you with us tonight. And
so instead of saying bye y'all, I should say see you later.
See you later. And thank you, Diane, for being with us also. Diane's a Newham in August and already an extra. So thank you for being with us too tonight.
Yeah, it was good to see y'all. I'm gonna hop into that CW Zoom now.
Yeah, and if you're interested, the North Fulton Group, I think their website is nfarl.org. They're doing a CW event tonight.
Yeah, that's what I got on my other screen here.
Yeah, you can go to their website and log into that. I think is that a Zoom thing too?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll sign off for tonight, and thank you for being here, and look forward to seeing you again the first Thursday of January. And thank you for coming, and congratulations to Jim once again, and Max for winning the door prize. So everybody have a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you. Hopefully you enjoy a great holiday here full of food and fun and family, and we'll see you in January.
All right, everybody. Congrats, Jim.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Rob.